Hey, it's Danielle here, also known as DMAC, and in this video I want to go over how you can use the FCP sniper system to help you spot high probability setups. Now on my screen you'll see I have a template that I use pulled up. It's not the FCP sniper, but it does use the same indicators, and I will actually show you how it all pertains to the FCP sniper as well. But with this template that I have up now, I've actually changed a few things. It's the same indicators, but on this one I have the TDI Pro. So this is like the TDI without the volatility bands. And then everything else is pretty much the same, except I have the QMP filter, which are these little dots, and I've given you the indicators. I've shared these indicators in the group where you can actually, get these on your chart. So I have the dots instead of the buy and sell arrows. But I will actually show you how, you can actually use this same strategy with the FCP sniper. So let's just get into it. All right, so basically it's the same rules that you would normally use. You are looking for price to be at some type of support and resistance, right? So here we have EJ on the 1 hour chart. And this right here is the bearish reversal sign or signal. But you have to remember, we all know that this indicator repaints, right? So I will guarantee you that this peak marker right here was probably here at some point, and you actually had a dot followed by it, but you wouldn't necessarily be trying to sell here because it's kind of in the middle of no man's land. It's not at support or resistance, right? But technically, if this was here, I wouldn't probably try to trade it, but you could have probably scalped it for 10 or 20 pips or whatever. But that's not really what you're looking for. So you want price to be at some type of support or resistance. In this case, we have a bearish reversal signal here. Price is at the daily high. And then the key is going to be this little red dot. So once you have this followed by the red dot, you can enter, and you could have took it down for almost 60 pips. Now a lot of people are going to say, okay, well, do the dots, do they appear on the open or close of the candle? And I think it's the close of the candle. So when you see this combination, you're going to want to wait probably until the next candle or two to see if there is a pullback, and then you can do your entry. Or if you don't mind the drawdown, you can enter. You can enter here. The drawdown is only 11 pips, or, well, maybe 15 pips. And you still can take it down for 50 pips or whatever. So that's what you're looking for. You're looking for this reversal signal followed by one of the QMP filters, which is the little dots. And then I like to use the TDI Pro because this was a good confirmation for the sale. You have the RSI price line way above 80. It's actually at 90, which I call the kill zone. So once that crosses down over the red signal line, that confirms your sell there. And then you also have both crossing over the yellow market baseline, which is also above 68. So you have a lot of confluences right there just with the TDI alone. And then another thing that you want to look for is divergence. Now this isn't really, this is what they would call like hidden divergence, because you got, it's pretty much flat here, but then you got the low going to the high there, right? So that is some of the things that you would look for. And I'm just going to scroll back to see if we can find another example. All right, so here's an example. And the thing is, like, not all criteria is going to be met with every single setup. And this is a prime example because right here you have a bullish reversal signal and it's followed by a dot. So this is what you really want to see right here. And even though it's not at support, it's not at any type of support level, it's still a good setup because why? You still have the bullish divergence right there. And for those of you who don't know how to spot diversion, you know, on your chart, you're going from the high to a higher point to a lower point, and then down here you can use the RSI, the TD, the MACD, the TDI, whatever you want to use to help you identify the divergence. That's up to you. I like the TDI. And so if you got it going from a higher point to a lower point on the chart, and then when it goes from a lower point to a higher point, that's how you get that's how you know it's divergence. And that also signals, you know, a peak low formation for those that are into the market makers method. That's how you know you're at the peak low, and the probability of a reversal coming is very high. So that's a good setup. Again, let's see if this dot appeared on this candle here. If it was to close, you can still get in on the next candle over 150 pips. I don't know if you guys use the B signal or not, but it's also another good confirmation, especially if it appears with or after these two. You're pretty good in entering that. All right, so that was EJ. Let's just look at a couple of more real quick. Let's look at GJ. So this is on the 1 hour, and you can use this on any time frame. I like the 1 hour. I like the H4, but I am going to actually go back to looking for my entries on the M15, maybe the M30. I used to do that, and for some reason I changed, but now I'm going to be going back to that. But anyway, so this is another example. Now this is actually a perfect setup because you have the bearish reversal signal here followed by a little red dot. It's at the daily high, and if you pay attention to price action, you got 1, 2, 3. So 3 wicks, 3 hits to the high, and then this is the candle here. Even if you got in here on this candle, you're still good for like 60 pips with no drawdown. I mean, if you're lucky, you can get in right here at the peak signal, the sun, or whatever you want to call it. You can get in right here if you want to be more aggressive. If you want to be conservative and wait, see if you get that dot, the red dot behind this reversal signal. Pay attention to price action, and then find your entry. And then again, if you come down here, you can confirm it with the TDI. And then let's see, let's hop over to GU. Let's see if we can find one on GU. Yep. Now this one is perfect because you kind of have everything that you need in this setup right here. So you have the reversal, followed by the red dot, followed by the super beast signal. You really don't need the super beast signal as a confirmation. If you got the reversal, the red dot, You get the pin bar or the high test candle, whatever you want to call it. That's enough confirmations right there to let you know this thing is going to go down. It's reversing. And again, to top it all off, you have the bearish divergence here, even though it's kind of hidden too, because it's kind of straight here. These are kind of at equal points, but here you have it from low to high. So this is what they call a little hidden divergence. So just remember that anytime you get that a lower point going to the high point. So if you notice on my chart analysis, a lot of time you'll see a line like this on my charts. That lets me know I'm at a peak high formation. Peak high formation, there's a high probability of it reversing. So sometimes what price would do, it may drop down here, then it might come back up to retest that high and then reverse. So that's just something you have to be aware of. And that's pretty much it. Let's see if we can find another one. So this is one. This is a good one too, because again, even though you're not at support, you have the divergence there and down here. So you have the divergence there, but as you can see, it formed a W. So with this, you just may have to sit through a little bit of drawdown, because you got this here, you got this reversal signal, then you got the dot here. So even if you entered here, come back here like 36 pips and draw down, but then it's up, and away. So the setups are good. They're legit. It just depends on how aggressive you want to be with your entries. So that would be the only difference, but again, these are like pretty high probability setups. And let me show you real quick how it looks with the FCP Sniper. So it's the same thing. A little more noise on the charts with the FCP Sniper 2. Same thing. So you have the reversal followed by the dot, and then to confirm it, all you need is this here, the RSX. Once it turns red for the sale. And this is supposed to be a non-repainting indicator too, so it should be pretty good. So you have that. And the thing about this is you can enter off of that, or if you want to be more conservative about your entries, you can actually wait. You can actually wait until you get the bearish volume over this yellow line down here. So that's it. That's pretty much it. That's all you want to look for. Let's see GJ again. Put it on the sniper. Alright, so this one's a little bit clearer. And this one is a little bit clearer and makes more sense. So with the FCP Sniper 2, you have the reversal, the dot. You come down here, check your RSX. You got the price line changing from blue to red. It's way above 70 or 68. It's actually in the kill zone. It's above 90. So you can take the sell there. And then the third one, you have, I think my just froze. Yep. Okay, there we go. So, and then the third confirmation would be you have the bullish, not the bullish, the bearish volume way above.